The 7th of September, Rabbi Moore, Parsha Hashavua with Rasi. Ah, hey.
Actually, yeah, okay. All right, we still have a little something. Hi, how you doing?
Good, good,
Good. I went to the bank, I took care of that.
fantastic. Oh, beef. Thank you so much.
Yeah, let's see, someplace I have a paper.
Yaakov, Mayor Guncher, how are you doing? Okay, I see you called. Yeah, I forgot why. Were you going to pick up the utilities or something, or and I don't re well, I oh Yeah, I have what I think you told my wife what the utilities were the last time you called. So I do have it in the house. And do you know anything that's happening with the rent? Well, I don't know. Usually in August, Ellie came by to sign a new contract. But if you know nothing about it, then we'll have to try to get a hold of him. Okay. Yeah, so when you come by, I think I have 900 shekel. I think that was the last, it was the Eric, the utility bill from last time. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Very good. We'll do that. Thank you very much for calling. Bye now. Okay. Oh, it's 95%. I don't need that.
Okay. Yeah, Parshas Ki-Savo.
Okay.
Okay, Mayor, start off. Let's start.
Okay. Haya ki tavo el haaretz asher Hashem Elokecha noten lecha nachala v'rishta v'yashavta ba. Okay, so it translates, you'll be when you enter the land that Hashem your God gives you as an inheritance, and you take possession of it and dwell in it.
Okay?
Okay. After we go through Rashi, I do have a question. Okay, so Rashi is on the first sentence. Vaya ki-tavo v'gomer v'rishta v'shavta ba. Okay, so it will come when you enter and take possession of the land. Magid, this says, Shelo nithavu bikurim, that you were not obligated about the bikurim. First,
Mitzvah Bikurim, because this is what's going to be the next pasuk. It's going to tell us.
Okay, very good. Ad shekavshu et haaretz. Oh, until they conquered the land, the
Kuha,
and a
and
portion.
divided it out. Okay? Which actually took 14 years. Give us 7 years to conquer and 7 years to divide out. Why it took so long to divide? It takes 7 years to divide out. I guess they had pretty many land disputes.
So the question is, since the bikurim are the first fruits, they couldn't possibly have given them or offered them until the second 7 years after they conquered and settled, right?
I'm not quite sure what you mean. There were
Okay,
trees
well,
growing there.
it says when you enter the land and take possession of it. So when they first entered the land, they weren't an agricultural society yet. They were
That is
just
true. That is true.
So the
There
question
were
is,
trees growing there.
So if they harvested the trees, they could offer bikurim then, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
But you are making a good point. Each person had an obligation to bring from his own field, and that didn't happen until after 14 years. Each person had his own field,
Mhm.
correct? The orchard or whatever it may be. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Blue, it's Pasuk base.
Velakachta me reshis kol pri ha'adama asher tavi me artzecha asher Hashem Elokecha nosen loch v'samta vatene v'halachta el ha'makom asher yivchar Hashem Elokecha l'shakein shemo sham. Let's see. If you shall take of the first of every fruit of the ground that you bring in from your land that Hashem your God gives you, and you shall put it in a basket and go to the place that Hashem your God will choose to make his name rest there. Rashi says, Mereshis, below Chol Reshis, but not the entire first. She'ein kol haperos chayavin b'vikurim. For not all the fruits come under the obligation of bikurim. Ella shiv'as ha-minim bilvad. Rather, the 7 species alone.
Right.
Nemar kan eretz. The word eretz, land, is stated here. V'ne'emar lehalad, and it says above.
Elsewhere.
What?
Lahalan means general term to mean elsewhere.
Elsewhere.
Okay.
Eretz chita useora v'gomer, a land of wheat, barley, etc. Ma lehalan, just as elsewhere, mi shiv'as haminin, from 7 species, of the 7 species, shenish tabcha bahen Eretz Yisrael, by which the land of Israel is praised, afkan, so here too, mishevach Eretz Yisrael, the praise of the land of Israel. Shehein shiv'as haminin, which are the 7 species. Zeis shemen, olive oils, olives. Zayis aguri.
Yeah, so one of those mentioned is Zay Shemen, right? Means olives of oil.
Right. And then we have olives of aguri.
So, which is the explanation, right? What kind of olive we talking about? This is the aguri type of olive. Sheshmona ogo b'soicha.
Because its oil is collected. Agur means to collect.
Yeah, it means it's ensconced inside it. Okay.
Udavash and honey. Hu davash tamarim. This is the honey of dates. Mereshis. Adam yored letoch sadehu. A man goes down into his field. V'ro'eh te'ena shebikra. And he sees a fig that's
Right, mean a fig tree. More like.
a fig tree.
No, in other words, te'ena is referring not just to the fruit, it refers to the tree. When it says te'ena shebikra, means a fig tree that has produced its first fruit.
A fig tree on which there is a ripe fruit, a ripe fig. Korech aleha gami. He wraps a reed grass around it, the simon, as a sign. V'omer, and he says, Hare zo bikurim. We see this is the bikurim.
This is Hare Zer Bikurim. This is designated for Bikurim. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Very good. Okay. Now, let's go on to Pasuk Gimel.
Okay, Gimel. Uvata el hakohen asher yihiyeh bayamim hahem yamarta elav higaditi hayom lahashem elokecha kivati el haaretz asher nishba Hashem lavotenu latet lanu. Okay, so you will come to the Kohen, who will be there in those days, and you shall say to him, I declare today to Hashem your God that I have come to the land that Hashem swore to our forefathers to give us.
Give to us.
Give to us.
Okay.
Okay, that's Gimel. Okay, Asher Yehiyeh Bayamim Hahem. The Kohen will be in those days. Ein Lecha Ela Kohen Shebiyamecha. Okay, you don't have, or you have none.
None other
than the Kohen in your days, Kimo Shehu, as he is.
What does that mean? That means, now it's interesting. Yeah, I mean, you've got a picture over here from the Sifsei Chachamim. But you might think, this, I tell you what, this 70-year-old guy, 75-year-old guy has been bringing Bikurim for the past 50 years. And the old Kohen who he always used to bring to has now passed on. And he comes to the Beis HaMikdash and there's this young guy here. And he thinks to himself, wow, how times have changed, how, there's been a depreciation in the spiritual level of the Kohanim. He says, I remember when I brought this Kohen, he was a real tzaddik, he was a pious person, and it was worth for me to bring it was a real pleasure for me to bring my first fruits to give to this Kohen, because he was really something, this Kohen. He was a Kohen on a high spiritual level. It was worth me bringing the Bikurim to him. But who's this young upstart coming here now? He's not deserving of, I should bring him my Bikurim. So that's what a person may think, may say. So Pasuk's telling you, no, you've got an obligation to bring it to whichever Kohen is the suitable Kohen to bring to who's around in your days, right? You can't weep about the past, right? Whoever's in
Right.
charge now, whoever's the Kohen now, he's the one you've got to bring it to. It's interesting, by the way, this idea of Bayomim Bayomim Mohem we've had before in Parsha Shoftim. And there, that's talking about a Bezdin. When you have a dispute in Bezdin, and it has to be adjudicated by the Bezdin, and the Torah tells you, you've got to bring it to the Bezdin, Bayomim Mohem. We're in those days. So then I can understand, guy comes along and says, oh, I remember the old Dayanim who used to be here. They were really Talmidei Chachamim. They knew Torah. They were very well versed in Torah. But these young guys, what do they know already? So therefore you can, person may be prompted to, but whoever you give your Bikurim to, is what's the big deal? I'm not sure. I don't have a good teretz to that. Just 1 second. Yeah. So this question, I've got a note over here. This question is asked by the Ramban, no less. Why should one think that the priest who is in your days does not qualify to receive Bikurim? It is understandable that regarding judges, those of this generation might not be of the same caliber as those of previous generations. But here, surely no great erudition is required to be able to receive Bikurim. Divrei David and Malbim, since the verse states, Higat hayom l'Hashem Elokecha, I have declared today to the eternal your God. We may have thought that only a priest on a high spiritual level qualifies to be his representative, meaning God's representative, okay, and to be addressed in such a manner. Okay, what we see from here is that bringing Bikurim was not just a gift to, being a nice gift to the Kohen. It was a spiritual event. Okay? Let's continue.
Okay, so the next one is Higadati Hayom. I declare today, Pam Echad B'Shana, once a year, V'lo Shtei Pa'amim, and not twice.
Yeah, this is interesting. Where do you see that in the pasuk? First of all, did you we skip a Rashi? Did we do that, Rashi? You don't have that?
No, I don't. I'll hold it. Oh yeah, I did skip it, I guess. V'amartai love.
Right.
She'eincha kipui tova. Okay.
You're not ungrateful.
You're not ungrateful.
Okay. Now, what does that mean? The Torah actually understood it. Sometimes, person receives a gift or a favor from somebody, and you tell them, especially a kid, you say to a kid receives a candy, something like that. So you say thank you. So it's going to go like this, the Israeli shrug, kid shrug. So what's the idea? Because a person doesn't want to, in his natural being, he doesn't want to feel obliged, meshubah to somebody else. So having to actually speak out the words and say thank you requires a certain person humbling himself to say, this person's done a tova for me. I have to humble myself and give him a thank you, which a person that won't necessarily come naturally to a person. So therefore, the Torah tells you, you've got to say to him, not just to feel it, that you feel grateful. You've got to say to him, say to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, or to the Kohen, right? Come here to think, and I'm thanking HaKadosh Baruch Hu for whatever he's given me. Okay? By the way, Higadati Hayoim is Pamachas Bashon V'lo Shtei Pamim. Where do you see that? Because whenever the Torah says Hayoim, it means a unique day. Hayoim, the day. Okay? And in any particular yearly cycle, there's only one the day. Because it's the day. Because if there's two of them, it's not the day, there's another one like it.
Right.
Okay? So therefore, that's what it says. See, I've told today, and this is the day is the unique day, it must be it's only once a year.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's go on to Pasuk Dalet.
Dalid. V'lakach hakohen hatene mi yadecha v'hi nicho lifnei mizbach Hashem Elokecha. Okay, so let's see. The Kohen shall take the basket from your hand and lay it before the altar of Hashem your God. So Rashi says, "V'lakach hakohen hatene miyadecha lihanif oso," to wave it. Kohen may niach yado. The Kohen places his hand tachas yad haba'alim, underneath the hand of the owner. Umei nif, and waves.
Okay? We're going to see actually, there's a second taking later on. Okay, but here at this point, the Kohen takes the basket from your hand, okay, and he places it in front of the altar of Hashem your God. The more actually learns out because we see elsewhere at the end of the section. See? Yeah, we'll see in Pasuk Yud. We'll see when we get to Pasuk Yud. Okay? Because here, this Pasuk implies that the Kohen shall take it from your hand, and he shall place it before the altar of Hashem your God. And it's mashma, this precedes what's mentioned in the next Pasuk, when it says, V'aniso v'amarto lifnei Hashem Elokecha. Okay? We will see later on that this is may not necessarily be so. The pasuk seems to imply that when the person says "V'aniso v'amarto lifnei Hashem Elokecha," he's not actually holding the basket. But we're going to see later on that's not so.
Oh wow! Okay.
Okay. Let's go on. I tell you what, maybe we'll hold it here. And Bez Hashem will start Pasuk Hey tomorrow.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
Shkaya.
Shkach. Thank you very much. Shkach.
Have a good day, Rabbi.
You too.
Yes.
Be well.
Hey, Meir.
Okay, you too, Lou.